Sheesh. Oh. What is up, guys? What is up, guys? Good morning. Dude, we got some good fucking promos. MLB profit boost on FanDuel. They also have a 25% NHL profit boost. So I figured I'd do a quick live stream. And let's get in some plays. What's up, guys? Good morning. I am literally waking up. I got my coffee. MLB profit boost on FanDuel. Yo, what's up? What's up? They also have a 25... Cash the Nerfy goat. Yeah, dude. I love starting out my day with a win. Early MLB bet. I posted it in the Discord, just the Nerfy and the Reds game. But anyways, let's get into some plays. So maybe let's start out with this FanDuel. Well, I got to log in. So we have a 30% MLB profit boost. We have a 25% NHL profit boost. Obviously, I want to take advantage of that. So let's see. First of all, where's the fucking NHL value? So let me reload this. Am I opted in? Let me make sure. Okay, claim now. 25% profit boost on the Stanley Cup, Game 1. Dude, Rebet has a promo too. Make a minimum bundle purchase of $10 and get a 30% profit boost. Okay, well, I'll look at that in a sec. But what I want to do first is let's do this FanDuel promo. We got to find a hockey bet. A hockey bet with decent value. So what do we think, man? Jake Wallman, Corey Perry. So this is just the odds jam positive EV tool. Again, it's not going to do anything complicated. It's just going to point out where is FanDuel offering value relative to other sports books. So here we're getting Wallman now, once you add the boost, all the way up at plus 350, which would be arbitrage to Caesars. Hard to complain with. 25% profit boost. And I'm going to run this with Wallman assist. So this is the first play. So usually when FanDuel has promos, I mean, obviously, basically whatever you bet with a 25% profit boost is going to be plus EV. You're going to be getting enough of a boost to outweigh the VIG that the book is charging. But obviously, I still want to find some good value. You feel me, dude? But anyways... what book do you guys want to look at? Let's see here. Oh, shoot. I did not mean to do that. Okay, let's go here. What book do we want to do? There are a lot of promos today. We got PrizePicks. We got Rebet. We got Underdog Fantasy. What do we want to do? What do we want to do? What's up, Buttercup? What's up, Handsome Man? Pick6 discounts are goated. Yeah, so Pick6 has a discount. Or they had a discount today on Andrew Abbott. Oh, shit. So I ran it with Barrios, but regardless, I think they have another discount. Dude, this is DraftKings Pick6 is, you know, it's basically another version of PrizePicks. It's a new PrizePicks. Damn. So this Rebet promo expires in a sec. I mean, I'll look for plays on Rebet, but I'm not going to rush to do this promo. So on DraftKings Pick6, again, this is basically PrizePicks. DraftKings Sportsbook just ripped PrizePicks and added a different tab to their website. So let's see if there's any MLB stuff that looks decent that we can pair with. So they're discounting Otani from 1.5 bases to half of a base. The Rebet promo expires. Okay, well, let me deposit quickly on my phone. I'm going to deposit real quick on my phone $10 to get this Rebet discount. Dude, come on, load. So you just have to deposit $10, it says. And it expires in a sec. Yo, so DraftKings Pick6, they also have a discount on... So there we go. I got the money into Rebet. What was I going to say, man? DraftKings Pick6, they have also, I'm pretty sure PGA on Pick6 isn't bad. But I still think the best value, I mean, this isn't a play I would run without the discount, but as we have Jose Barrios over 4.5 strikeouts. So this still is the best possible play. So I'm running Otani. The Otani discount with Jose Barrios over 4.5 strikeouts. So I mean, again, without the promo, I wouldn't bet this, but with the promo, I'm going to fucking bet it. You can see every sportsbook has his over heavily favored, and PrizePicks has his line higher at 5. So that makes us feel good about the value we're getting at 4.5. Because again, like Pick6, it's another fixed payout sportsbook. Like you take his over, you take his under, you get the same payout. And every sportsbook has Jose Barrios, you know, maybe not a massive favorite, but like minus 145, whatever. It's good enough for the discount. So they also have a discount on Bobrovsky. You got to know how to pronounce these. Dude, what? Play $10 in MLB entries and get 20% back up to a max of $2, okay? So, dude, they're kind of popping with value. But anyways, they're discounting Bobrovsky, his saves line. So probably the best play to pair, I mean, is Leon Draisaitl over 2.5 shots on goal. I mean, you can see it checks out from a value perspective. All these books have his over heavily favored, but what was I going to say? What I was going to say is I want to run a golf play because I'm pretty sure for golf, you can correlate and there's no payout shift. Let me refresh this. 50% profit boost on Underdog. Yo, where do you see this? Dude, so let's do Underdog real quickly. Let's go here. Oh, baby. What am I doing, man? PGA Tour. Finishing position. Holes completed. What is the difference? Where is strokes? What is going on? I'm not sure. I don't see Shane Lowry under 4.5 birdies or better. I don't even see a birdies or better column. Oh, you need to go to round. I was on tournament. You need to go to round. But let's check it out. So again, taking golfers to go under in birdies or better, like these two plays are positively correlated. You're getting a minimum of 2.7x. So there's a fair amount of good stuff in golf right now. Let's check it out. So here they're guaranteeing 3.5x or more. Honestly, probably the play you want to run is this. Again, these plays are positively correlated. You're guaranteed a minimum payout of 2.7x, but I've heard most people say that on Pick6, 50% Pacers in 4, Alex. Dude, I don't know. Who are we betting on for tomorrow? What is the line in that game? Regardless, I'm getting this locked in. Are you fucking kidding me? Due to contest availability, we can only attempt to enter $25. So that's bullshit. They only gave me $25, but again, these golf picks are positively correlated. So this is my first golf play on Pick6, but people wanted Underdog Fantasy. So let's see if we can rip an Underdog play quick. So the first play we have is Wyndham Clark over in strokes. You can see it checks out from a value perspective. All of these books got his over heavily favored. I don't think I used a profit boost on Underdog, but maybe I'm an idiot. Maybe I did. So that's okay. Is Pick6 good? Is it like PrizePicks? Honestly, I think there's more value on Pick6 compared to PrizePicks. There's also way more discounts. I mean, there's way more discounts on Pick6 compared to DraftKings. Compared to PrizePicks, there's way more discounts on DraftKings Pick6, which is obviously a pro of it, but it's also more confusing. It's very confusing. But regardless, we have some esports line discrepancies. So if you haven't already used the Underdog Profit Boost, Sugar, under 33.5. Every other book has him at 32.5, 31.5. We have multiple data points, multiple points of confirming evidence. So usually when I'm, let's go back here. So usually when I'm using this optimizer, I just set minimum number of data points to 2. Sometimes 3, like you want to see multiple points of confirming evidence. But anyways, let's see what else do we like, man. What else do we like? Also, do I have DraftKings filtered out for some reason? Load, bro. Dude, my fucking internet's moving slow. Jay is in the building, y'all. Yo, what's up, Jay? Underdog now pays out 6.5x on 3-mans. Dude, you have that glued to my fucking brain. This is the only thing this dude has ever typed in the live stream chat is Underdog now pays out 6.5x on 3-mans. Which isn't even true. But anyways, DraftKings, FanDuel, everyone has Clark's over heavily favored. So we're just using sportsbooks kind of as a source of information. You know, on Underdog, you take Clark's over or under, you get the same payout. So if all the sportsbooks have his over heavily favored, that's good to know. That's good information. But, let's finish the slip. How does that sound? Okay, so here's what I'm going with. 3-pick entry on Underdog. I mean, again, I don't have a 50% profit boost. Maybe I should have a 50% profit boost. But we got Clark over in strokes and then 2 esports plays. I don't care what I'm betting on. There's good value. I'll run the slip. Yo, what's up, Big Sim? Can we get a play on Mia Khalifa? Bro, I don't see any WNBA value right now. What team does Mia Khalifa play for, bro? Seattle Storm? I don't even think there's any WNBA today. Damn. So Underdog already bumped one of these esports plays. So that's fine. I'll just replace it with Neesmith. Under 11.5 points. Where does PrizePicks have Neesmith's line? Let's see. So PrizePicks has Neesmith's line at 11. So again, I'm obviously, every pick I lock in, Underdog, PrizePicks, they work basically the same way. They sometimes have different payouts, whatever. But regardless, she's a hub star. Anyways, 3-man, Underdog Fantasy. What fucking book do we want to look at, bruh? Let's see what we got. We could do some DraftKings. Although I'm a little discouraged after that first play, fucking limiting me to some bullshit. Let's check it out, though. Sheesh. Where's the value? Let's see what we got going on here. Oh, shit. So again, I like to use this, the arbitrage tool to find bets. DraftKings is probably one of the most beatable books out there. I mean, again, I have super shitty betting limits on Sportsbook. But you can see here, like, you know, DraftKings is arbitrage to no vig. Bruh, load. There we go. So if I try to bet, dude, I mean, it's insane. Like, this is why I've been using Pick6 more as opposed to DraftKings Sportsbook. Fucking taking $2.92 on this shit. But it's a ridiculously good play. I mean, sometimes I have better betting limits than others. Again, DraftKings is probably one of my best ever sports books. But as you make more money, they for sure limit the fuck out of you. But this play is a crossed market. It's arbitrage. You could bet his over on Novig, under on DraftKings to guarantee a profit. So we know one of these two bets has to be plus EV. And, you know, it's very clear value on the DraftKings side, right? Like every other book, sharp books like Pinnacle have Kyle Harrison as a much bigger favorite to go under. Novig is a pretty sharp betting exchange. There's $757 in liquidity being offered. So again, like using the ARB tool is great, or finding crossed markets. Because again, you have a really high confidence in your edge. Same thing here with Ryan Gusto. Under 4.5 strikeouts. DraftKings is arbitrage to Novig. It's arbitrage to Circa. Circa's known to be a really sharp book. So there's a ton of good bets on DraftKings, but these limits are beat. So let me get rid of DraftKings for a sec. I mean, again, it's a great fucking book to use. FanDuel Picks is a money press. I don't know what FanDuel Picks is. Oh shit, but anyways, there was a FanDuel promo, right? They have a profit boost. They got a profit boost on 3-pick MLB parlays. So here, FanDuel is crossed with Novig. So again, what's nice about arbitrage is you always know one of the two bets has to be profitable. Like Panthers plus 109 or Oilers minus 108. One of those two bets has to be profitable. So in this case, you know, FanDuel is crossed with Novig, an exchange where there's a decent amount of liquidity. So let's see what we can do. Also, does Better have anything right now? So we got an underdog play. What do we want to bet? So let's filter out all this random shit, dude. I want to bet on baseball. So usually these like weird niche markets that don't get a ton of betting volume, I mean, they're not super active betting markets, so I'm not including them in my plays. However, Suzuki 2+ hits. I feel like Suzuki's a fucking goat, so I'm fine with that. I'm also fine with Bohm 2+ hits. No. So let's get rid of that. Whoops. And let's build this play real quick. So FanDuel has Alex Bohm at plus 210. Obviously, you know, kind of first step is I want to make sure all these bets I'm locking in actually have good value relative to the rest of the market. You know, you have a bunch of multi-billion-dollar companies setting lines, so you want to put some weight into their odds. So here we have a 3-pick parlay. Again, you're getting a 30% boost on FanDuel. But what book do we want to look at next? Dude, fucking bullshit, man. So for the hockey profit boost on FanDuel, I ran Wallman. 25% profit boost. You didn't need to parlay it. And then for the MLB, 30% profit boost. This looks pretty solid. Hi. And again, I could fucking live on DraftKings and you could just fire off profitable bets, but the limits are the beat part. So here's the same thing. Griffin Canning. Under 4.5 strikeouts. Crossed with Novig. Circa, a really sharp book, has the under as a much bigger favorite. So that's basically how I made all my money on DraftKings. I just camped an arbitrage bet, or I would just find crossed markets. And because DraftKings is a very soft book, and by definition, one of these two bets has to be plus EV, if you just run the DraftKings side of every arbitrage opportunity with like Circa, Pinnacle, Novig, Profit X, you're going to make a lot of money. But anyways, SGA over in rebounds. Let's see what we got going on, dude. Let's see if there's anything on PrizePicks maybe. I don't know. There's so many books we could look at. Fuck, dude. Fliff, Rebet, PrizePicks. Let's see what we can do. PrizePicks. And then let me go back to picks. Oh, shit. Meh. Not a ton of stuff on Better, unfortunately, right now. So, Pick6, yeah, there's a little bit of NBA value, but I mean, nothing really crazy. So let's check out PrizePicks. Let's see if we can do a play. Whoa, what the fuck is going on? Who is this? So let's see if we can do a play on PrizePicks. Again, in my opinion, like these live ones, PrizePicks now has like live player prop lines. I just think they're pretty hard to, it's pretty hard to get in plays live. Like PrizePicks is always locking them and doing bullshit. But let's see what we can do. So the first play I have is Control as under 28.5 kills. Let's check that shit out. So here, you know, 1, 2, 3, 4. I mean, it's not like the NBA where you have hundreds of sports books setting lines. FanDuel, DraftKings, less books do esports. So it's a less efficient betting market. You know, you should have less hope or confidence in your edge. But PrizePicks has Control as his line at 28.5. Every other book, 27.5, 26.5. But what did we want to do? Alex, I'm telling you, flip total bases for home run hitters is a cheat code. What's up, Jackson Camel? Give me an example. Give me an example of a good play. Anyone know the payouts on Underdog 3-mans? It's 6x, despite what you hear in the chat. But the question is, wow. Yo. Damn, dude. So let's see if we can do an underdog, or sorry, this is PrizePicks. So I got 2 PrizePicks plays so far. Esports, PrizePicks too low. They're letting you buy the stock at 25.5. Every other book, significantly higher. So again, like what's nice about esports is obviously, you know, there's like a billion games every single day. So for the books that offer esports lines, there's a lot of opportunity to make money. So the final play I'm going to go with is Wyndham Clark. We already ran this on Underdog, but it's also available on PrizePicks. Come here, baby. And I think Underdog already bumped his line. Dude, they bump everything. So you can see Underdog already added a multiplier on it. They're like, yo, shit, man, you guys are too fucking sharp. And we're like, yeah, we are. So this would be a 3-pick entry. Yo, Jay, you can start posting in the chat very frequently. PrizePicks, they improved. I've never seen a sportsbook do this, but they improved. They used to give you a 5x payout on 3-pick entries, but they boosted it up to 6x, which is obviously pretty nice. So this would be a 3-man on PrizePicks. Get that shit locked in. So again, still 5-pick flex plays are like very slightly better if you go through the math behind them, whatever. But, you know, is straight betting a minus 155 bet plus EV? Well, it depends. Is straight betting a minus 155 bet plus EV? I mean, if you could get the Thunder at minus 155, that would be ridiculously plus EV. You would be the fucking plus EV god if you could get the Thunder at minus 155. Because they're minus 385. So, I mean, everything depends. Like, I would bet the Thunder at minus 300, right? Like, obviously, I would bet the Thunder at minus 300. Every other book has them minus 400. So I'm getting a team at 75%, 3-1 favorites, when the market is saying they're 4-1 favorites. They're 80% to win. And also, if you could get the Thunder at minus 300, you could just arbitrage bet, you know. You could hedge and get Pacers plus 372 on another book. So, I mean, you can get plus EV bets at minus 300. It's crazy, but obviously, I think any of us in a fucking heartbeat would bet on the Oklahoma City Thunder at minus 300 if we could get it, but you're probably not going to be able to get it. Probably not. Dude, and DraftKings just does not bump these fucking lines. They do not. So here's another crossed market. Otani stolen base. I feel like this motherfucker hasn't stolen a base recently, but I mean, plus 550 is obviously super strong value. Very low max betting limit once again. But crossed with no vig, I mean, FanDuel, you're basically getting double the odds on compared to what, relative to what FanDuel is offering. So it's like, yeah, I want to run that. Is there any home run value? I mean, I feel like DraftKings used to run a promo. Maybe they got rid of it. MLB, they used to give you like a risk-free bet. If Tyrese Halliburton scores a point, this pick hits. Oh, shit. This is taking me back to pick 6. So anyways, pick 6. Let's see. Alex, check out Otani 4+ bases on Fliff. Let's see. So someone's saying to take a look at fucking Shohei 4+ bases, the GOAT of baseball. Let's check it out. I'll take a look. Player bases. So I'm just gonna pull up the little odds screen on Odds Jam. Make sure we got some value. Dude, these MLB games start so late. Let's go to Otani, 4+ bases. I mean, or over 4+ bases is over 3.5. Is pick 6 in Georgia? I mean, honestly, DraftKings doesn't, or sorry, Fliff doesn't look like they're offering horrible value on Otani over 3.5 bases. You're getting plus 185. I mean, you can see FanDuel, DraftKings, Rebet. All these other books have this priced around plus 140. But also, they're all only offering one-way markets. Like, FanDuel doesn't have odds on the under. They're only letting you bet on his over. So it's a one-way market. So they're probably juicing the fuck out of it. So it's just like kind of hard to tell. So let's see here though. But again, I mean, these one-way markets are a little misleading because if they're not showing you the opposite side, what the under should be priced at, you don't know how much juice they're baking into their market. Please help me with a Dabble 12 pick all NBA. Is there any value on Dabble? There is value on Dabble. I would run Miles Turner under 1.5 turnovers, Kyle Harrison under 16.5 outs, and then there's actually ridiculous value on Soriano under 4.5 strikeouts. Sorry, I would run these top 3 picks. Turner under, this is Dabble. Unfortunately, Dabble is like the one fucking book that you don't have in Virginia, because I live in Virginia, and Virginia is great, man. There are so many sports books. My thought was Otani 4+ bases is better than his home run line. Let's see. Player home runs. I mean, what is Otani to go yard? Dude, do I got too many tabs open? Why is this shit loading so slow? My God, dude, you are right. You are getting better value on Otani 4+ bases compared to home run. What was it again? Anyways, I'm going to run it. Fuck it. You convinced me. I mean, dude, this he is right. I mean, it's a little crazy. Most of these sports books, shit, dude, you can't see my phone? Damn, I thought I had my phone connected this whole time. What is... Thought I had my phone connected this whole time. There we go. So I ran Otani plus 185, 4+ bases. Which again, it is kind of crazy. You're getting plus 185 on Otani 4+ bases. So he could have 2 doubles. A single and a triple. I don't know, right? And Pinnacle's market is plus 150 on Otani to hit a home run is plus 156. minus 212. So if you remove the VIG, the fair price would be plus 174. According to Pinnacle, right, if you remove the juice from their market, the fair price on Otani home run is plus 174. We're getting plus 185. And obviously, Otani over 3.5 bases is a way better bet. Like, if he hits a home run, obviously this bet wins. But he can also have over 3.5 total bases in other ways. So I actually think this is a pretty good play. But anyways, I'm going to call this stream a day for now. I'll stream later. I'm going to Maryland, so I decided to do an earlier stream. But there's a shit ton of sportsbooks in Maryland. So I'll live stream later tonight.